going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Viall Files Reality Recap Edition. I'm your host, Nick, joined by my wife, Natalie. They got the household in LA. We're at the lake. Life couldn't be sweeter. How's everyone doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
How was your travel day?
Travel day was pretty great. We got to interview Carly Pierce,
Yep.
which was super exciting. Out next Wednesday for an episode of Going Deeper. You will not want to miss. Big fans of her.
No, yeah, I'm definitely I put Nick on for sure. Like I love her. I think her music is really, really good. And so when we got the opportunity to interview her, I was like, absolutely.
And so interesting and like definitely
She's been through it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like wanted to open up and wanted like just a really real, authentic, and very incredibly talented person who has got amazing music. And then we hopped on a plane. Travel day was
It's getting like harder. I don't know about harder. It's giving like me more anxiety to travel now that River's older and like she doesn't just want to sleep the whole time.
She's just a little bean. And it was just like, we just had to like, it was like traveling with an egg, you know? It's like, hey, you're going to go through a lot, but you got to make sure this unboiled egg gets to, you know,
The unboiled
point A to point B without you breaking it.
Unboiled.
Well, you know, if you drop a boiled egg,
It
you
bounces.
cracks a little bit, but it's fine.
Yeah,
You
that's
drop
true.
an
Okay.
unboiled egg,
Yeah.
it's game over. It's just,
It's just interesting that you had to clarify that it was and not just like an egg.
that's just how my brain works. I don't know.
For
It's
sure. Okay.
useless information.
Well, because now she talks,
Uh,
right? Like, so she can be screaming on the plane and you like have them.
Oh my God, she's reading paragraphs for sure. Yeah,
Oh.
no, she's walking and talking.
Yeah.
and
No,
doing
but
karate.
she's for sure, she's vocal. And people on the plane are like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I'm like, thank you. And they're like, is she good? And I'm like, well, we'll see. Don't know.
I hope so.
We
She
hope.
is very charming though. Like she laughs at people. She has a pretty good
She
personality.
makes friends.
She
yeah.
makes friends. When we got off the plane, my dad hasn't seen River in a month. He did say, ugh.
Ooh, if any of your siblings and or nieces
He
and
just said,
nephews
like,
are
maybe I'm
listening.
biased, but that might be the cutest baby I've ever seen.
Oh,
now, my
agreed.
dad has 11 kids of his own.
And
I
what,
don't know
12
how many
grandchildren?
grandchildren.
I think 12.
And maybe he says that to everyone. But like,
It felt sincere.
it felt sincere. Anyways, I think, you know, I think the passengers are delighted by the laughing cute baby.
Yeah.
Aw.
And she thinks Jeff
I
is
sound like such a dad who's just like, my kid's the best.
She was
also
just
thinks
chucking things
she
at
thinks-
people.
Yeah.
Maybe
She-
be a bit.
It's like she would start to cry and then one of like, and it was so funny. It was always like these older men that, you know, have like had kids and have grandkids, you know,
Yeah.
and they were smiling at her or waving at her and she'd try to cry and then she'd just start laughing at them. And it's like, you're making friends. I see what you're doing here.
I will say, I think babies make you appreciate older people than you. I think we live it, like, you know, we live in a world where like everyone we have we're heads down or on our phones, like we just don't say hi to people. And then when strangers come up to us, we're like, "Fuck you, get the fuck out." What? Why are you talking to me, stranger? Like everyone's stranger danger. But like having a kid, like, you know, I mean, a lot of people will come up to you, and especially if it's someone who's like older than you, you can see the look in their eyes of like, you know, sometimes it's always like, oh, well, you know, enjoy it while it lasts. And like some people are kind of obnoxious and some people like will look at you like when we did the team outing, when we went bowling.
Mhm.
And before we walked in, this older man, he stopped and he looked at us. And at first we're like, what? Can we help you? And then he just kind of was just like, hey man, like this is a really incredible time. Congratulations to you both. And he was 81 years old. And I was like, what's your name? And he was like, John. And like you could see like in his eyes, him like going back in his brain about like the life he lived with his family and his kids. And it's just like,
Because he was saying like it goes by fast.
yeah. And it wasn't like a someone being, it was a person who saw us and sincerely wanted to pass down wisdom, whether we wanted to like to take it or not. And like, that's how it felt. It felt like he had angel energy, you know, like where it was just like, you could tell he wanted to connect and he wanted to like pass down this wisdom because like he was literally looking at his life and it was sad and like in missing it. Anyways, it was one of those things where it makes you like want to like, you know, it's a little things when you travel with your baby, like the way people connect with her is kind of fascinating, and it makes us like realize certain things, and it's opened up more like doors to like, you know, be aware of, see, at least someone like me who's like can not be present at times.
It's also just, I think all
Sierra laughs.
I think all moms have this like connection, you know, when you see another mom with a baby or a pregnant woman or something, and you have that connection with each other, and it's like, you know what each other's been through. And so, yeah, I feel like it is this like, we've been there, we know, or we're gonna be there, and it's just it's human beings connecting, and it's just so
and
lovely.
we owe it to our daughter. She's basically an angel.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
She is.
Anyways.
I did see a video though that it's like babies are a life hack to like an airport if you have multiple carry-ons. And what it was this mother had her baby in the stroller, and then what I've learned from River is babies have grip, like strong grip. So the mother she was pushing the stroller, and on both sides the baby was holding the carry-ons. So like she was pushing the stroller, and then the baby was just pulling the carry-ons on the side, and she was just like going down the terminal with like everything.
Oh, because they like roll really easy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty great. Yeah.
Life hack.
Anyways, we're at the lake. We're having a great time. Also, not to keep it about us, last time we were at the lake, we discovered, Nally and I, these old letters. And we were like, what are these? And my mom was like, oh, those are letters that my parents wrote to each other when they were dating. Mostly from my grandfather to my grandmother. Some correspondence back from
Y'all already know my response when we started reading these.
Mother Teresa.
Why don't you write me letters?
Right. Bring back the physical letter.
We did say that though. We were like, oh, getting a love letter, like waiting for that.
Love isn't real unless they send you
I
a
mean,
physical letter.
there's like 30 of these, and I don't know what if we should do anything. Dated January 25th, 1945.
Wow.
Friday. He writes Friday.
It's
and
crazy.
This wonderful like
handwriting.
Handwriting.
Yeah.
He titles it "My Darling." I'm just waiting for my dinner, and then my pal and I are going to go to the lake and ice skating.
My pal.
I'm great.
Did you read this before? I was about to say.
Anyways, it's very beautiful.
It's very great cursive, you know?
Yeah, and like we've seen other letters. Like it's my grandfather. He's like 21. Literally just to set the stage. He just got back from the Pacific fighting in World War II.
Wow.
And
wild.
he's like still like I think he still might be in the military, and like this is like he's getting out and he's planning his entire life, you know. And this
they
is
like haven't met each other's parents yet. Like in a lot of her letters, she's like, "I can't wait for you to meet my mom."
Oh my god!
And so it's them courting. It's like when they just met, and there's like I saw one letter where he talks about like the man he wants to grow up to be and like the family he wants, and it's kind of like it's crazy to be like his grandson and to be reading that with my daughter in a weird and it's charming. My grandma writes him back. His name is Roland. She calls him Rolly. It really takes you back into like a
you can read the love. It's really sweet.
I just like how genuine people used to be.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they fought a lot too.
Well, sure.
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, drop the situationships and bring back courting.
Oh my God, please.
How much was a stamp back then? Like
3 cents.
3 cents. And like now it's like $20 for a book.
And I love how every letter he dates it with the day of the week. It was a Friday. And then there's ones where like he writes a letter the next day. It's not like he did this to like, what should I do to stop my girlfriend from breaking up with me? And I'm like, I'll write her a letter that she's been asking me to do 31 times.
Yeah.
He just writes her every day. Well, you know.
It's giving the Notebook.
He didn't have like listen, trust.
He says, I just can't wait until I see you again, darling. I think of you so much. I only hope you think of me once in a while. Time to eat dinner. I really must close my eyes for now. All my love, yours, Rolly.
I love that.
I'm unwell.
No, they're literally written as if an old-fashioned love number. Anyway, so
I haven't dropped it at all, and I'm like, where are my letters?
Yeah.
Because River needs to read these one day.
Nick's like, it's on my list of things to do. I'll get there.
River's just gonna be like, hold on, look at these screenshots my mom sent me one time of her like texting with dad.
Our love is well documented, sweetheart.
No, for sure, but not in things like
That's funny.
this.
It would be screenshots.
By the way, we do have our full-length wedding video, and it is glorious and is spectacular. And we shared so much. We probably should share it at some point.
How do you share it? Do we just
well,
put
it's
it
like
on
6 minutes,
on
so
your,
I think we have to
YouTube?
like
drop
it
it on
on
the
the
main
YouTube channel. We
Drop
can post
it
it
on
on
YouTube.
TikTok.
Throw some ads on there.
Listen,
Gotta
we're
pay for that wedding.
parents. We're parents.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, let us know in the comments. If maybe maybe this is of interest to no one, but maybe we should do something with these letters. I don't know. We could like set the mood and have like
Oh my gosh.
A
we
dramatic
could
reading.
hire actors or something to play. We could make a movie out of it. We could make a podcast movie out of it.
Instead of
I
drunk
don't know.
history,
or
it's
not.
love history.
Or we could just read a letter
We can call
a week
we
or
can call,
nothing. Maybe it's a stupid fucking idea.
We can call Randall Emmett and he can produce.
Oh my god.
Doesn't he produce like what?
Lala's ex?
Yeah,
way I
doesn't
don't
he
know
do
his
like
last name. I was
beat?
like,
Why would you
who?
disparage my grandparents'
No!
name
Oh
by
my
getting
God,
Randall Emmett to
no,
produce this
no,
movie? Why?
No,
Like,
no, God, no. You were saying we should like do we should. You were saying how we should
no,
hire.
dig out of the hole. No, keep go.
Shonda Rhimes. That's who we need.
I was just thinking of a producer who does kind of like more lower budget films.
Baby, it was the
Oh,
only.
got it.
Baby,
That's where I would. That's where it was coming
for
from.
sure. Yes,
Like
yes, 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 yes.
obviously, I think
No. We're not making a movie.
Low
Not yet.
budget
Not
love.
yet. We
Maybe
need to-
Nicholas Sparks could do it. Actually,
It needs to be.
Oh.
We need to make a. Well, no. It's
There you
an
go.
audio. It's an audio love story.
Y'all are all over the place right
What
now.
is happening?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back.
We could do
But
Viall
the
Files.
lake, the lake does have fresh air. It revigorates you.
There you go.
We get in late because we found the perfect flight. Anyways, it's a half a day's travel, and we get in.
I feel like I wounded Nick up this morning on like a little wink, 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 and now it's just like.
we get in late, but like the stars were starring last night. I posted on my Instagram. If you look, there's a shoot. I caught it right at the end, a shooting star. Anyways, I really did, babe. Look, it's a.
I saw.
Did you
saw.
see- it's
I
not as
saw
cool as
it,
I think?
saw- No. It is cool. It really just it's so fast.
No, well, it happened just at the end, but it was so much more amazing.
But did
Why-
you see it on the phone later, or did you see it in real life?
Here's a gripe. Here's a
Oh,
gripe.
All right.
Apple,
Actually, I was.
Google, or just the camera industry in general. Well, no, not the camera industry. I don't know enough about cameras to know that maybe there is a solution that doesn't cost $50 whatever thousand or $100. But an iPhone or the phone people out there, every version, it's just like every year they come out with a new phone, and it's always like, why is this different? And they're always like, the camera's better. At some version of the camera being that much better.
Yeah.
But when it's a full moon or the stars are starring, like you ever see a giant full moon and it takes up half the sky? You're like, oh my God, you whip out your phone, you got to capture that. And it's like a little fucking dot of sand.
Yeah.
Isn't that,
Yeah.
this is not irritating you guys?
The
Just,
human
Well, no,
eye is
no, no,
stronger,
no.
Yeah.
No. I just was wondering.
that was just like,
Did
okay,
you-
gripe of the week. Sorry.
No. That's a very valid gripe. That's very true. And
There's
that's-
how many?
no, you're right. You are right.
Thank you.
Did you see the shooting star in real life, or did you see it later on when you were writing on your Instagram?
No, I
story?
really saw it in real life.
Okay.
It was
Did you
a
make
good
a wish?
question, though.
Did you make a wish?
I didn't. Was I supposed to?
Oh my
It is a
God!
shooting
You
star.
wasted your one. Yes, that's like the luckiest moment you'll ever
I paid
come
it
across.
forward. I do believe that when wishes go unwished, that there's some little kid out there, saying a little prayer and having a wish, and that wish is passed forward onto that little child, and I believe that's what I did.
Was that in a movie?
Period.
Can someone insert the crickets?
No, that's cute. That's cute.
It's cute.
No, that is sweet.
No.
I'm so.
I'll
no,
go
he,
fuck myself.
No. He just
Yeah.
pulled that straight out of his ass. But that was so sweet, honey. And I'm so
Thank
glad
you.
that you're paying it forward to that sweet little kid who needed that wish.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
I will say.
Also,
Oop.
no.
I will say tomorrow in numerology is 888. So if you're gonna make a wish, make a wish. August 8th,
That's safe.
2024. So that adds up to 888.
Wow.
Make a wish.
When you have to start doing math, it's less cool.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
maybe.
Y'all know my birthday's coming up.
When you're like, well,
Make
if
a
you
wish
add
there?
them together, divide by 3, and carry the 2, it's all 8s.
What do you have in store for my birthday?
Ooh.
Anxiety.
Good answer.
Okay, perfect. Yes, of course. I can't wait too. It's also gonna give me anxiety. Did y'all see my series the other night of me asking Nick to take my makeup off and him not doing it?
Yes.
You
Yes,
did.
I did. I
You
saw it. I feel like I saw it on TikTok.
I did. I also did post it on TikTok.
I was like, babe, you're funny. You should post it on TikTok. And then like TikTok was like, it's okay.
Oh.
It didn't do that bad.
Well, also, but we don't have to get
It
into-
wasn't for the views. It
We
was.
don't- we don't
It was
think-
to share our love.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Why did it
Anyways.
take you so long to get the washcloth?
Why did it take you so long to get the
because
washcloth?
I don't want to get up.
The amount of people who are like, I thought that Nick was gonna do it, and then you didn't. It was like they were shook.
I get up a lot, and in that moment, it just wasn't my time.
wasn't his time. Even though I did push his
Well,
child
that's actually
out.
not true. That's actually not true. She wasn't asking me, like, I did get up and go get her water as I do every night. So much so it's not like, oh, babe, you got me water. It's, did you get my water?
Well, I do need to drink in the middle of the night.
Natalie was like, which I was happy to do, and I love. I'm an acts of service. Like it's as much for me as it is for Natalie, because I love to show love through acts of service.
Mhm.
Anyway, Natalie wasn't asking me to go get her nightly water and close the house down and do whatever we do as a family. But she was like, no, I want you to like remove my makeup and do my night routine in bed. To which I replied, no, thank you. And
Catch me later. I'll do it later.
and then at the very end, she's like, well, when you get up and get me my water, can you at least get me a warm cloth? And I was like, I can do that. No problem. And then
Yeah.
I got her one.
You
That's
just
how that happened.
didn't want to do the 15 steps.
He didn't feel like rubbing in the serums and doing the eye
No.
creams and
Honestly, just the thought of it gives me. I'm not good at doing my nightly. Reboot.
woo.
I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm not good at doing my nightly routine.
There we
Like
go.
I see it.
How many steps is your nightly routine, Nick?
Oh my god, it's literally like rubbing dish detergent on his face.
I don't know why. I rub like lotion on my face. Like you have to pound it in. Like I'm not like.
Oh, it's the most aggressive thing
everyone
ever.
else is like just gently doing this, and I'm just like squishing. I don't know why I do that. I don't know.
I think that's a man thing.
I do that.
I think that's a man thing because we are like, you have to go up because if you go down, you create wrinkles and gravity. And so you go up and
And
you
I'm
go
like,
up
I
and-
have to do this as fast as I can because every moment I have to do this like is gives me anxiety. I don't know why.
But do you
do
think Ryan Reynolds or Brad Pitt thinks that way or George Clooney maybe? I don't know.
Oh.
Ooh.
They put in
I
that
don't know.
time. Does Nick have the tsunami of water after he washes his face? Like it's the thing where some people like the sink is covered in water after they do their skincare.
Oh my
Zara.
god, it's disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Natalie showed me a TikTok or a reel of a woman who played her husband for the day, and it was I think everything I've ever done.
It's like as soon as you walk in the door, the shoes
Like you just kick them anywhere,
kick 'em out
you
anywhere.
leave things
it's just
anywhere.
right for anyone to trip over.
Open
the hand on the
cabinets.
pants.
I mean, she played essentially a 6-year-old boy, and I felt utter shame.
Yeah.
Saying like, I'm like, nope, yeah, I've done that. No,
You guys
done that.
mature in so many different ways, but the cleaning up after yourself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
He is.
I'll take the emotional intelligence, but like for fuck's sake, just pick up the shoes.
Justin, are you like that?
Pick up your shoes.
Are you?
I'm a clean person in that sense.
I believe you.
Like
of
I
course
used to
you
joke
are.
that I was Cinderella of the family because like I was just always clean. Like it needs to be clean for me to exist. So like in that sense.
Yeah.
Actual question. I feel like most of my gay friends are very meticulous and tidy and clean.
I've had some
And
messy gay roommates.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
you
Some
have-
of them
okay,
just
so
don't clean.
There are
I
some.
had a roommate that literally like when we moved in, we were like, okay, who's gonna clean this day? Who's gonna clean that day? And he literally goes, I don't clean.
Okay,
Huh?
Perfect.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good.
Debunk.
That's good to hear because
It's good to hear that we're all the same when it comes down to it.
well,
Be who you are.
I don't like that I am this way. It's embarrassing. Like when I saw that video.
Oh, because there's nothing you could do to change it.
Yeah.
Well, it's strength,
No, there's
strength in
nothing-
numbers. It was
no,
just
Sierra,
like
Nothing he can do to change it. He's like, it's who I am.
And apparently it's all men.
me.
You know what?
It's
Some
all-
no, I said that like that. I think that's one of the benefits of getting older is there are certain aspects. I don't know if you guys notice anyone honest, as employees and as my life partner. Like I make a genuine attempt every day to like try to like, work on things, improve things, like be a better version of myself to some degree, check in. I genuinely do. But as you get older, you learn. It's just like, oh, I am this way. This is who I am. And I just need to start accepting it. That's the self-love part. So then once you start doing that, when you meet someone, you're like, hey, heads up, I'll do my best. But like full disclosure, I'm just never gonna be fucking good at this. So like
yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you now. And like
Watch
right?
your head.
There's this,
I've
and a lot of,
definitely-
it's like it's just like the cupboard's open, it's just like the bad habits. You're just like, I don't know why I'm like this, And everyone
you.
has some sorry, bless you.
Thank you.
I say bless you 95% of the time.
No, she went like.
Why do I feel like I'm on trial right now?
No, it wasn't even you. Natalie shocked herself.
No one's coming
This
for
is
you.
about me.
No
This
one's
is
coming
about
for
me,
you
sorry.
at all.
There's just so much going on, and I'm just talking.
No, it's fine. You're doing great. Have we said I love you yet today?
I love you.
Household headlines. What's going on in the world?
Yeah, what's going on?
Olympics gymnastics team has a dog.
A therapy
It's still the
dog.
Olympics. I feel like we have been.
It's like a 2-week thing.
Oh,
babe.
babe, I think we have until like mid to end of August.
Wait,
I think
what,
it's
did you
like
think it was
2 or
like
3
just
weeks,
a
yeah.
3-day event, 36 hours,
I just
and
feel
like an entire city transforms. Which it takes like a 4-year process.
To be
like,
fair, I did. I did think it was 3 days.
you did.
Like a couple,
yes,
I thought
I
it was
did.
like all simultaneously, like the 20, 30 different events, like done. Okay, let's go.
You're about to
Is
learn.
that
It's happening in LA. You're about to learn.
so?
Free
So
will.
question: Is this a signal that these Olympics have been more popular than recent? Because like, Sierra, did you grow up watching the Olympics as a kid with your family?
Yes.
Like it was such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Whether I
You
wanted
know?
to or not, it was on television.
Sure, yeah. I
we
mean,
never
also
did.
less options. Like network television. People actually.
I don't think we
Tune
had
in.
cable. I don't think
Same,
we did.
yeah.
Again, it wasn't on cable. It was like on network television. So you did have access to it.
Like channels
You
1
might have
through
had-
20.
You definitely might to get out an antenna or two.
Get out an antenna. I wasn't getting out an antenna.
Like you
no.
could have had your brother hold
Was it
like
the what?
aluminum foil.
All for the Olympics. No, I wasn't doing that. I was teaching. Have you learned nothing from me?
No, I know, but I'm just like, is this a generational thing? Did we give up? Was there a 10-year period where people were just like, man, we just don't do this?
People were watching it. I think it just depends family to family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And depends on what you're into.
But it is more popular now, and I think it's like TikTok and Peacock because you can stream it,
Is-
but also we have it like short form.
Is Gen Z watching the Olympics?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
people are like thirst trapping, like swim athletes, gymnastics, whoever else. Yeah.
Are the Olympics back? Because I feel like no one paid attention to Tokyo. And certainly, like, Tokyo's an amazing city. Like,
I will be
like,
honest,
there
I
were,
didn't
like,
really
what-
watch those
sometimes there's a
Why
draw. Like,
didn't you?
Paris has a charm to it. Like,
because I don't live with my family. It wasn't
Aw.
on the
She
television.
moved out by then.
Y'all, I'm 33. I haven't lived with my family for a while. But I'm just saying, I'm like, it wasn't like something that I would do free choice versus doing something else. Now I'm like settled
no.
in my relationship. What are we going to do? We're going to watch the Olympics tonight. Now we don't have to decide a show to watch.
So 4 years ago, you were like not down to watch Tokyo.
4 years ago, yeah, Connor and I were still like out, not sitting on the couch together.
You were
on the-
partying.
Yeah,
You were
yeah,
partying.
We were out.
Got it.
it's been really good. And maybe the only one who cares. Sorry.
Oh my God. Sorry, he's puking.
Just a little
again,
indigestion.
everyone. yeah.
That's a leaning forward.
Are you going
I
to
feel
burp
like
your
I'm
mother,
river.
baby,
Yeah.
Natalie?
Jesus. Yeah, I know. Yeah, blip.
Oh, by the way, any other parents out there just rock constantly, even when they're not holding their child because they're used to rocking their child?
I think that's the most relatable thing, parents. Yeah, I feel like I see.
I'm at the airport just
Phantom rock.
doing
yes,
doing
and I'll
this.
see other parents who like maybe don't have, or I'm just assuming they're parents because they're also swaying. And I'm like, oh, we're all in this together. Anyways, what were we
was I
talking about?
Jinx. by my
Therapy
coat.
dog, Olympics.
Oh, it's going to be in the LA in 4 years. The next Summer
It
Olympics
is?
is LA.
Is not
I
what we were
didn't know.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Zach, what are we
gonna-
talking about?
I just told you. You were saying that nobody watched the Tokyo Olympics. I said
No, I
that
know
we started
that.
talking about
That-
Connor and not watching it.
That was 3 minutes ago.
Because then you got indigestion, my dude.
No, but in the moment I got indigestion.
Oh, I don't know what the thought was because you burped.
I was in the middle of a thought.
We don't know what it was.
burp
You
killed
hadn't
it.
let anything out yet. It was just the burp.
There's a glitch in the system.
Yes, the Olympics are coming to LA, and that's why you will know in the next 4 years because traffic is about to be atrocious.
We better working
Oh my
remote.
gosh.
Or
Either-
I will live in
Come to
here.
the valley.
I will live here for a month.
Well, yeah, depending on where we live at that point in the greater LA area. But there's an argument to be made. Either we go to the Olympics or we go to the lake. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't go.
Oh, yeah.
But we
I
are
think we
we
should
are a
go to the
media
Olympics.
company. We're gonna cover that shit left and fucking right.
How
Who only
often-
knows what the Viall Files is going to be in 4 years? We're gonna be hosting the Olympics.
How Hell fucking yeah.
I don't know
It's
sports,
gonna
but
be
I'll
on,
be there.
It's going to be on NV Media and not Peacock.
Streaming
Sorry.
channel. Yeah.
Period.
Start the bids now.
What was I going to
I
say?
think it's probably already taken care of.
Oh, how often is it that the Olympics is in your city? I feel like we have to go. We can't escape
Yeah, no,
that.
that is incredible. Yeah, what am I talking about?
I did see people
gotta
were
go.
saying the opening ceremony should be down and up the 405. Like, how LA would it be if it's not the 405?
Screaming.
Is it the 405 or the 101?
That's so true.
Oh, it could be 101.
California, here
the
we
101 to the
come.
10.
I remember my thought. The 1500 meters, America in the men's won gold and bronze. And the man who won gold, I believe, that was a total like underdog. Justin, can you Google their names so I can stop just referring to them as man A and man B?
What is this?
But congratulations to them. That's an incredible feat. Like Americans generally dominate the sprints, anyway, from the 1 to 2, the hurdles up to the 400.
What is it? 15,000 meter?
1500 meters.
1500. sorry.
15,000.
They've been running, honey.
Oh, there is a
20,000
10,000
leagues
meter
under the
race.
sea.
How fast did you run the 10,000?
Oh my God, never. I was terrible.
Seahawker
That's his name.
is the
Seahawker?
gold from US. Well, that's abbreviated.
What a
bad
Cole
ass
Hawker.
name.
bad. What?
Cole Hawker. Are
Cole
you okay?
Hawker.
Cole Hawker.
Cole Hawker.
Cole.
Cole
Cole. Hawker.
Cool fucking name.
For the 1500
Hawker.
meter was gold, and then silver was Josh Kerr from Britain.
Anyways, incredible. Like also like I didn't realize Britain. So the 2 Americans and a Brit. Like that hasn't happened in a long time in the 1500 meters. So I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, I love the track and field.
I did
what
see a
else?
video-
Because you were state champion?
What?
Because you were state champion? Is that why you love it?
This is because
Yeah.
I was high school.
You were high school state champion.
You knew that.
I know. This whole time I thought it was college state champion.
I thought it was college. He was D1 athlete college.
There's no college state champion, babe.
Why wouldn't there be?
These are valid
Because
questions, by
that's-
the way.
It's
You win.
beyond. It's beyond the state. It's beyond the state.
Beyond the
Country
state.
champion.
Well, there was
You were-
only 2 D1 colleges in the state of Wisconsin. So, like, to be, I guess, the state champion in Wisconsin,
Is there any video footage of your track meet?
there was
there
in high
proof?
school, and I probably got it lost in.
How convenient.
Oh, I would. Really, I would love. I would
He's like, I'm
love
the
to-
state champion.
Yeah.
I ran a 4.21, whatever the hell that means. But there is not one single video
No, I
footage.
wish. Like, listen, like, Sarah, do you ever feel
VHS?
this way, where it's just like, you guys are gonna grow up with so much like River, probably too much, but like her whole life is gonna be documented
It's true.
Uh-huh.
in ways that like ours aren't, and like that would be kind of cool. Like it is cool now, like it's sometimes it can be a little crazy, to each their own, but like our wedding video will always have that. And like, not everyone has always done that back in the day. Like my parents, it's not like we can go like pop in our parents' wedding video. And if it was, it would be like some VHS and like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Home
whatever, but-
videos.
No, it's there is definitely, I'm envious of the people who,
Did you ever win a medal?
oh my God, so many.
So many.
So where are they?
Yeah.
They're sewed to my leather jacket. They had all the medals on both sides. It
They're
was
sewn
too heavy
into
to
it?
wear.
Where's your leather jacket?
Literally.
I need
Where's
to find.
that?
I need to see this artifact.
Where is my leather? Where is my leather jacket?
Hey, Mary.
Well, ask my mom.
Natalie does the laundry, ask her.
I'll take a picture of it. It's probably in the fucking attic.
So the rest of household headlines. What's going on? What else is going on?
Arina Ramsey from the USA rugby team did post an Instagram video saying her shock at the amenities, and she said she got free food, free dental, free healthcare, and even got a pap smear and has eye appointments scheduled for the next week
in the Olympic Village.
in the Olympic Village. Yeah,
It's just nice that like it's clearly like very convenient. Like it's in
Yeah.
the village.
Yeah.
the pap smear got me.
know?
I was like, dang, give that to everybody.
There's something about booking a doctor's appointment and then like scheduling it because it's always in the middle of a fucking day. It's never convenient. You're just like, you always put it off, just because going to the doctor, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm alone here, but like if it was like down the hall and they're like, hey, just pop in and like, give some blood.
Do
I
y'all
would-
think the village has like a coffee shop?
For sure.
They do, yeah, because then they have bars.
It's like a cute little village.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a whole village.
It's a
Full setup.
literal
Same-
village.
Literal village.
It's a literal village.
I can't. talk.
Okay, cute. I'd love to see some like some pics of the village.
Speaking of village, there was an Olympic athlete. What's her name? She was like allegedly kicked out for inappropriate behavior. I think she's like goes to college in America, but she like she might even be American, but she was competing for Paraguay, which is interesting about the Olympics. Like some people have dual citizenships and like will compete. Like they've grown up in America, but will compete for a different country or vice versa. That is always kind of fascinating.
She's a swimmer, Luann Alonso from Paraguay.
Yeah, what was the story? I saw something on E! News about it. Like she got kicked out or
It says for creating an inappropriate environment.
what was that? And then she was like denying it or something.
She did deny it.
But she got kicked off the Olympic team. Like, what do you have to do for your country to be like, yeah, I don't care that you trained 24/7 for 4 years. Like, you're off the team. Like, we don't want you representing us.
Clearly not be a convicted.
That's what yeah. And
Mhm.
yeah, there's that terrible human of a man who committed that atrocity who's competing, but this girl is what? Like kicked off the team? I don't even know what. What does she have to do?
I don't
Do we
think
even know?
I don't think we know as of now. It's
Yeah.
just alleged that she was booted.
And it was like she created an inappropriate atmosphere, keeps being repeated, but they're not saying exactly what it was that she did to create said atmosphere.
Okay.
On a separate note, Adrienne Bailon from The Real, she basically, this clip is going viral. She can't read a clock, like a physical clock. She's like, I have it on my watch, but like I don't know what it says.
Who is this?
Adrienne Bailon, Adrienne.
That makes sense. That's
Who's
the
that?
direction we're going.
She's a host on The Talk, I believe, and then she was also a Cheetah Girl.
Yeah.
She dated Rob
Oh,
Kardashian.
She's on The Real.
Yes,
so-
of course. Yes,
Mhm.
of course.
Think-
Yes.
Oh, on The
think
Real,
about
sorry.
it. Like, these letters that I showed, like it's cursive.
Mm-hmm.
How many people?
I learned it. They
No
discontinued it
cursive.
the
I
year
don't-
after.
I still
I don't
write
think
in
they.
it.
I don't think they teach it in schools anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
So like everything's digital, like the only time you see analog now is like when you watch movies, like the most recent Mission Impossible, like is a whole about like this AI entity taking over the world, or like that other movie with Sandra Bullock where like the world ends because like someone hacks the system and all our cars and computers and everything that we have is all connected just shuts down and we don't have control over anything. But analog works. So like but like a clock would still work, right? An
Mhm.
analog clock.
I
But
can
other
make a
than
clock.
that, we have basically discontinued the need for it. So as crazy as that sounds, but like it's not even that crazy, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, there is. So, I mean, you have a good point with like phones controlling everything because there's a scam going on right now where people will send free packages to other people and then they include a QR code that says like scan QR code to see who sent this, and basically it gives them access to your phone and then they wipe your bank accounts and like control everything on your phone. It's insane.
People are awful.
Yeah.
Like,
If
why?
you don't recognize numbers, do not open shit.
Nope.
Right.
If it ever comes to you as a new thread, spam.
Delete.
Yep. Nope. I don't know.
Don't
what
even
the
open it.
emails.
The IRS will never call you.
They will show up
Facts.
at your door and they'll knock.
Yes, they will.
I almost fell for that once. Yeah.
Really?
Then I was like, wait, almost. And then I was like, wait. And then I regret it. Then I just kind of didn't call him back. What I wanted to do is like keep him on the phone for like an hour and just like talk to him and make him, that would have been kind of fun. I would have saved someone. Anyway, stupid idea. Quince! We love Quince here at the household and certainly the Viall File household. It's an amazing selection of really cool items that you would be shocked how much you don't have to pay for. Stop with the whole fast fashion. You get some really great selections at Quince. They have unique pieces, whether it's your cashmere sweaters, a European linen shirts, or versatile activewear. Quince has a great selection for everyone. Stop with the basic stuff and start getting unique pieces with Quince.
All Quince's items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands, and by partnering with the top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices with premium fabrics and finishes. I have the Mongolian cashmere crewneck sweater for only $59.90, and it is the best cashmere sweater I think I probably could have ever found.
Yeah, it's truly incredible, the selection they have, the uniqueness that you can find, whether it's for the ladies or the men. Quince really has something for everyone. Amazing for getting someone a gift of an item that maybe they wouldn't find typically at your typical outlets and things like that. Upgrade your wardrobe with pieces made to last with Quince. Go to quince.com/VIALL for free shipping on your orders and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/VIALL for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Again, quince.com/VIALL.
One of the biggest things that can lead to a lack of self-confidence is your skin. I know I have definitely struggled with that. Acne, breakouts, rosacea, wrinkles, these can all take a toll on your confidence level, and that's why we're so excited to partner with Apostrophe, the sponsor of this episode. Apostrophe's goal is to help you feel confident in your own skin. Whether you're dealing with breakouts, signs of aging, or acne scarring, Apostrophe will help you love the skin that you're in.
Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. No longer do you have to wait weeks, sometimes even months, to get into your dermatologist. Plus, it can, just do it from the comfort of your home. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral or topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear your acne. Simply just fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and your medical history, then snap a few selfies, and a dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you.
Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all types of acne, from hormonal acne to facial acne, even back, chest, and butt acne. Treat breakouts from head to toe.
We have a special deal for our audience. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/VIALL when you use our code VIALL. That's a saving of $15. This code is only available for our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/VIALL and click to get started. Then use our code VIALL at sign up and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode.
There's a lot of decisions you have to make when you have a baby, and the one that I feel the most comfortable and safe making is using Huggies for our daughter, River. I always tell Nick that when River's crying, she's trying to tell us something, and that's the case with most babies. They express it through cries, and so we've turned to Huggies. The new Huggies Skin Essentials are here. A brand new dermatologist-approved line of diapers, wipes, and pull-ups training pants that are all designed with baby's sensitive skin in mind.
Their wipes are so thick and pH balanced to help maintain healthy skin. Their wipes have 0 harsh ingredients for a great, gentle clean.
The Skin Essential Diapers features the Skin Protect Liner, which is what helps take care of the ick and stick that can cause rash. They have this liner built in their diapers.
The whole diaper helps protect against the top 2 causes of rash by managing moisture and running mess. The liner gives you the barrier to help absorb moisture and lock away runny mess from baby skin. Pull-Up Skin Essentials has your big kid covered too with a training pant that is ultra soft and breathable to help protect sensitive skin through potty training. Learn more at Huggies.com.
Once again, head to Huggies.com to learn more.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are filming The Simple Life, and their first job is at Sonic Drive-Ins, which I love.
Are they going to be roller skating? Do they roller skate at Sonic?
Sonic
They
no
did.
longer roller skates because it's a liability, I will say.
They
See?
just figured that out.
I think it's been a while. But I'm sure they do it at some of them. But
Like
I've
the
never been.
ocean water and mozzarella sticks from Sonic is a household staple.
I mess up Sonic.
Ocean water.
That's the blue slushy. I don't drink it, but I
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I just know they're famous for a cherry limeade. That's all I know.
We've become a no-fun society. We can't even roller skate anymore because everyone's just afraid of being sued.
My sister used to work at Sonic and she would roller skate to the cars.
Yeah. We just have so many more laws and rules, and they're like, whether it's misdemeanor or federal crimes or whatever, there's just so many more things that we're saying, nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that.
Sonic not roller skating really set you
Yeah.
off.
But it was just, it was just it's just like a slippery slope.
To be fair, though,
we're just finding
it starts
new
with
things
roller
to say.
skates. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Starts with
then it's
roller
my
skating.
freedoms.
To be fair, if I
NFL
was
players can't dance and celebrate touchdowns. No fun. No fun.
if I was serving, I would not want to be on roller skates though. Like that's a setup.
Not on me.
Well, you don't take the job if you can't roller skate.
But I
mean,
can roller skate, and I would never take that job.
Same.
I'm like, that's a setup for me to spill the food on me. Someone's filming me. Next thing you know, I'm viral. I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah, maybe it's not a job for you, Justin, but for the people who can, who do feel comfortable, yeah.
My
You
sister
don't,
loved it.
you don't go to Sonic and have someone roller skate and twirl while bringing your food and not give them a little bit of a tip. Like the
That's
expectation
true.
is they're going to make a little
Wait,
bit more.
Do you
And
feel
if you're not,
Do you feel so passionately about this because you're a professional roller skater? Is that what's happening right
That's
now?
what I'm saying. He can skate backwards. I can't. So
I think it's a beautiful sport.
You're
For
the only
sure.
one that's qualified for this
Also,
job right
you
now.
know what this reminds me.
Nick one time made me when we were just like secretly seeing each other and I flew to Venice, he made me record him roller skating.
That,
I think I saw the video.
that's
videos are
when I was
cool.
like,
The videos are cool.
I was still in the like, I'm probably never. This is probably gonna be the last time I'm gonna see her again.
So let me just like get
This
my
is who I
content up.
am.
And I'm like, I need to post some shit. I haven't posted. I'm like, can you film it? Like,
you were in your
I
skinny
look
jeans
back
era
now.
too.
That's
Also-
that is confidence right
Do
there.
you remember when
Like,
this-
I pulled that shit off. I made her film me roller skating.
And look
now
who's
she's
your
my
wife now.
Yeah.
Ayo.
no, do you remember when I was in your apartment in Venice and this was like one of like the first few times we were seeing each other. This was in the middle of COVID and Nick was doing some like workout video with GMA.
Yeah. Ginger Z asked me like, he's like, hey, it was like even GMA was like, what the fuck do we do for programming? And so It was some kind of I don't even know it was some GMA related. Ginger Z was doing it, and like I had worked out with a GMA team once when I did a bit for them in New York, and we did like a Orange Theory class or whatever. And I was posting workout videos. So like Ginger's like, "Will you do like a live like workout video with GMA?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, fun, fuck it." And like I would just like did high knees and jumping jacks for 15 minutes.
But Nick was like, "You have to hide in my bedroom because like
Can't be
I was living in this really small bungalow on Venice Beach, and like there was no fucking space, and like
so he's like, hide in the bedroom and don't come out. I'm like, okay, cool, like fine. So I was in the bedroom. Well, then turns out Nick had mirrors behind him.
They saw you,
and I was like moving around in the bedroom, and the door was open, and people were like, "Who the fuck is in his bedroom?" And it was me.
yeah.
I wonder if we could ever find that. The reveal.
We should find that.
That's true.
We
I
should
did.
find that.
I had a tipping epiphany the other week, which reminds me. You know how nowadays, like I think a lot of people, including myself, we're like, "What the fuck is going on?" We're like, you go grocery shopping, you get a cup of coffee, you literally go anywhere, and all of these like credit card machines just like immediately ask for a tip.
Mhm.
Some of them are pre-programmed to like make you not tip them. Like it's like the default is 20% or whatever, and like you have to say no, like you didn't do anything, no tip, and I think there's a lot of like social anxiety around a lot of people being like, I want to tip people who deserve a tip, but like damn, everyone's just asking for a tip. But you know what I've decided? I say good for them. I really do. I've changed my mind. I have switched teams. I've gone from like, why is everyone asking for a tip? This is like kind of like ridiculous, to like, why the fuck not? It is like our job not to feel uncomfortable when someone is just like willing to ask for a tip. Hey, listen, we're always telling people to shoot their shot. All you can do is ask. And this is all people are just asking, whether it's a barista or whether it's your grocer at a grocery store. If they want to make your experience more delightful, where you feel like, you know what, I will, fuck it. Hell yeah, 20%. Like, give them, they now everyone has an opportunity to earn more. And whether we want to give them more or not, like that's entirely up to us. It's like, it just comes down to like whether there's an expectation or not.
I do think it's ridiculous, but I also think that
I say
like,
good for them.
I don't, but I also think that it's like, there is so much anxiety with clicking no tip because you're like, oh my God, are they going to like not make my drink as good as they possibly could because they see
They're
no
looking.
tip. They are. And that gives me anxiety when they turn that thing and they're like this.
See, I have decided like that's on us, the consumer, to like that's just setting a boundary. That's being comfortable with like not everyone thinking you're the greatest person of all time. And that's just a thought. Just
no,
a
that's
thought.
true.
So
I'm glad you're pro Nepa baby. You're pro tip, and
no, I'm not. Most of the time I say no.
Really.
I mean, I always take my.
You're always gonna say no.
I always tip my waiter 20%, often more. Like even if you're shitty, it's like, all right, fine. I guess you get 20%. Yeah. You brought me my food, but like I'm not always gonna tip my cashier at a grocery store. But the machine's welcome to ask. But every once in a while, I'm like, you know what? I don't know why, but you are delightful.
You get like a wild hair up your ass.
Yeah, and I just wanna Maybe they got me out of my like funk. Maybe they asked me how my day was. They try to make a connection. Who fucking knows? But like, I was like, you know what? Tip. And I say good for them for having the opportunity. And like for some people are just like, I don't know. I didn't sign up to fucking be a connector. I signed up to fucking like take people's money. That's one person's perception of their job. The other person can be like, well, fuck, if I can earn tips, I'm going to fucking do a dance.
But do you think they get that, or do you think they share it between the 40 people they have working?
To each their own. Yeah, that's another question. I don't know.
Because what if
they
they
probably share it. Yeah.
What if they have to share it with like
Yeah.
the cheese person who,
So you're saying that a tip is not a phantom tax?
I think if you want to earn a tip, you have every right to earn a tip. And I say good for you for earning
I
it.
do wonder, like, what is Gen Alpha? Like, what is their minimum wage? Because they're carrying slang on their back, creating new words that I'm like, y'all deserve a tip at this point.
Just so you know.
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha.
Like, not even me,
Justin.
Gen Alpha, below me.
Gen Alpha says that stealing is now called a phantom tax.
The phantom tax.
interesting.
A phantom tax. Apparently.
How did in what age is Gen Alpha? When does Gen Z stop?
I think they're
Who
below
is Gen
10.
Alpha? Who's Gen
Below
Alpha?
10. Why?
Who's Gen Alpha?
Gen Z is
River.
1997 to Yeah, right? Gen Alpha?
Oh.
Sorry.
Gen Alpha's
I'm
2000.
so sorry. I thought we were talking about a woman named Jennifer Alpha. I am so sorry. This whole time, I'm like, is she a housewife? I was so confused.
Wait, really? Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. All
Gen,
right.
Gen
All right.
Alpha's 2010 to 2024.
Yeah.
All right. So River.
Yeah, River.
And these children are saying that stealing. These children know about tax.
What's crazy is
Wedding.
that 10-year-olds have their own slang.
Yeah.
It's just like, and that is, I'm gonna sound like the old curmudgeon guy who's just like everything. And maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just getting fucking older. And just like when I was younger, and I was like, why do these people older just not want to adapt to things changing? There's a little bit of that, but it's more about the 10. Like, why are 10-year-olds are coming up with their own slang because 10-year-olds are connecting with other 10-year-olds online.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
mean,
is that a good thing?
As a Gen Z person, I look at some of these and I'm like, I don't know who made that up, where you got this, but I mean, y'all are creative.
They're using
Because they're
anti-aging.
10. Because like
Drunk Elephant's giving them something, that's for
I'm
sure.
kind of shocked that Gen Alpha. She's so sweet and I love her, but I'm so shocked that that they're stealing. I thought that was definitely
yeah, why is Gen Alpha stealing?
right? Like that feels
Yeah.
like old school.
Well, should
Don't
we
they
go?
all just have like credit cards by now?
Oh, no, they're just referring to, instead of saying stealing, where I was asking, do you think that asking for a tip would be considered a phantom tax? Do you think it's stealing, getting a little extra on the side? Because that's what Gen Alpha says these days.
And like basically, there was this Instagram influencer who posted a video with her son who is Gen Alpha, and she was
Wait. Go ahead, please. But that seems fucked. Okay. I'm like 10-year-olds. This is crazy.
We'll
Do you
re-say it.
realize what you're saying?
We'll go back to phantom tax. So basically, she posted the video and she would say like a millennial term that's slang in her words, and then he would say the Gen Alpha version of it. So Sierra, you can read the millennial ones. I'll do the Gen Alpha.
Loser.
Ohio.
Not cool.
Wait, why is the entire state of Ohio now the new name for loser?
I have no idea, but I said I was like, from my emo days in high school,
Wi-
Ohio was for
Wisconsin's
lovers.
too hard to say.
Like,
That's funny.
and now it means loser. Not cool.
Negative aura.
Acting weird.
Tweaking.
Trying to
Negative
look good.
Mewing.
Someone you don't like.
Up.
Something that's really good.
Podium.
Someone who's liked by everyone.
Infinite aura.
Weak.
Beta.
A girl who just posts selfies.
Bop.
Stealing.
Phantom tax.
What?
Phantom tax. Can we talk about? I think they're saying stealing is good.
I think they are too, because I think they're
Because like if you steal something, like phantom tax.
Can we pull up millennial to Gen Z words?
I think Natalie, you and I can create them. So Sierra, like read these terms, and then we'll say what it is.
Loser.
Boof.
Boof.
Boof. Like you're a boof.
Never.
Like stop being boof.
Oh, I've never heard that one before. Loser. I think I would say
Loser.
whack.
Well, I feel like loser is
whack,
like.
maybe.
Oh, whack
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
I feel like loser's.
Loser stands on its own.
Yeah,
for
I
real,
feel like it's
for
a
sure.
timeless. It's like a
It's
navy
pretty
suit.
timeless. Yeah.
You know?
or a boof. Not
boof.
cool.
Weird.
Not cool. They're
Like,
not
Funny. Weird.
cool.
Maybe you're just not.
Maybe I'm just not with the time.
You're not a cultural innovator.
You for sure
That's
have one
okay.
for the next
I'm
one.
not.
Acting weird. Gen Alpha
Ew.
says tweaking.
I think Gen Z says ew.
You, yeah.
Ew.
Maybe I think there's a lot of words I'm forgetting, but I think there's probably a article somewhere that breaks this down.
Yeah, for sure. But
I
that's
would-
not fun.
I would
I
say
know, but
acting
I
weird
just-
is off. Like you're acting off. Like you seem off.
That
No.
sounds like a millennial.
That's what I
Yeah,
said. I'm the
that's
millennial.
That's giving millennial.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just get to look myself.
Mm.
I
It's
am
got
a
to be
millennial.
cooler. It's got to be like what's one?
Acting weird.
Ew, yuck.
An ick.
Stupid.
Yeah,
They're an
I
ick.
don't know.
Ick.
Trying to
Yeah.
look good.
Hmm.
Looks maxing.
Maxing.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
what's
posing?
yes.
No, see, that's millennial. I think that's what we were saying in middle school. We're such a poser.
Either way. Like, I don't know. Do you want to keep going?
Well, I will say for the one where someone who likes who what?
Someone who's liked by everyone.
They said infinite aura.
Uh-huh.
Why are we getting
What the fuck is
spiritual?
that? Yeah.
What does that mean?
And do they even know how to spell aura? Because it's a little confusing.
Like, is the popular is
go.
just not that good anymore?
I guess not.
You don't like popular?
Just say pick
I
me,
guess.
right?
Pick me, yeah.
Everyone who's liked by anyone, like someone's gonna hate in 2 years. That was stupid.
Yeah, I just think it's too
I wonder
literal.
if Andrea with the finger guns is a Gen Alpha. Like, I wonder if she saw
You
Gen Alpha
see-
and was like, yes, that's it.
But did you see Leah and Cassie both made the same video?
Mhm.
Before she did it, right?
Were they mocking?
Yeah.
her? I'm all for it as long as everyone's actually having fun.
Well, Andrea posted another one and it was like, please, it was in quotes like, please stop posting. And then she did spin and finger guns and said no.
Which I love for her.
Yeah,
And it got like zillion views and likes. And like, you know, I say good for her. Like she has found a way to be a part of the conversation even after the show has ended. And clearly she seems to be wanting to do that. A lot of people are trolling her though. I say good for her.
Yeah,
I
she's
say
gonna
thank you,
have
Andrea.
a time at the reunion.
Yeah.
So interesting to see. What's
Do we
gonna
know
happen.
if Kane and Sierra are going to be at the reunion?
They have to
don't
at this
think so.
point, right?
I mean, the way that they've been yapping.
And
I don't think they're going to
Catherine.
reward that type of behavior.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't.
I guess Kane doesn't have a
'Cause, like-
storyline too.
It's Peacock.
I do wonder if Schwartz is moving into Sandoval's house. Because Schwartz was posting on his story the other day, like with moving boxes and going onwards and upwards.
I don't think moving into Sandoval's would be upwards.
If he's moving
No.
into
Right.
Sandoval's house, then there's definitely a season 11. on
That's what I'm
the,
saying. So maybe it
horizon.
is. And then meanwhile, Brittany's over here posting on TikTok the Valley Girls, except for Kristen, with the song going, "We Are Back, Baby."
But Kristen
Dude,
was
what's-
there.
Oh, she was there. I was about to say, was Kristen just busy? No, she was there.
She was there. She
Not in
made
the
sure.
video, though.
Yeah, not in the video. And then she made Brittany post a story of her at the table being like, and I'm here too. I'm here
I
too.
love Kristen.
I do too.
Oh, we love you, Kristen. Stop being a mean girl to Kristen.
Honestly.
Yeah. But it was Brittany, so I guess it doesn't make sense for Brittany to be the mean girl.
Well, I think it was like Janet's
Oh, so
birthday.
maybe it was just
Oh,
a maybe it's just maybe it wasn't deliberate. Maybe it's just
It could have been Janet and Michelle being like, "Sorry, there's no room for you. Like, not in this frame."
Yeah, because they were both
Rude.
at multiple events and not in the same photos
Yeah.
at all. So,
I'm less interested in watching if Kristen isn't on.
Kristen will be there. That's what we came here
But
for.
I know, but I'm saying like these people like Janet, like I ain't tuning in for Janet.
yeah.
Amen.
You
to
She's
know,
not
that.
sorry,
pregnant anymore
sorry.
either, so she loses that trump card.
Free game. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean, she
kidding. I'm
does
just
have a
fucking with you.
kid.
I'm just fucking with you.
Throw it to the
Jesus.
wolves. Dang, okay.
I said, and she's ready to be eaten alive. No, I'm just kidding. Andy Cohen says his perspective on Real Housewives have shifted since becoming a dad.
Yes. Did you see this? So on his Sirius XM show, he said, "My perspective on the housewives have shifted a little bit since becoming a dad. You know, I look at it a little differently. But man, let me tell you something. If someone that I didn't care for invoked either of my children's names, I would go as a mellow yellow as I usually am. That is what I would take for me." And then he goes, Danielle
What?
from... So he's saying like he is a mellow yellow, but like he's going to like do a 180.
If you invoked the name of his child, he will lose it on you.
Yeah, and then he goes,
Okay.
Danielle Cabral's button is "Don't talk about my husband Pex." Mine would be, if you mention my children in an unfavorable way, like I would go absolutely mental. I would assume that's just very common.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense. I mean, everyone has their thing, you know.
Which is interesting because he used to egg on the housewives in the drama, and now he's like, okay, like I understand. Children shouldn't get involved. If the child is involved, like that's hands off.
Yeah.
The more life you live, in theory, you should be able to experience more with people, and then or experience life, and then therefore like empathize in ways that you maybe weren't able to empathize in the past. You know,
Yeah.
like I've thought about this too. Like I've had just for me, I've always wanted to be a dad. I thought I was going to be a dad in my early to mid 20s. I wasn't, you know, and I think I my desire to be a father was just as passionate back then, and so my effort to be a good dad would have been just as strong in my mid to early 20s. But I think my execution on fatherhood would be drastically different. And I think the biggest reason is like, I think my ability to like understand other people, understand and empathize, or just like, you know, I think I would talk to my children very differently if I was a father 15 years ago for the first time, as opposed to now, you know? And so like, whether it's Andy, like having kids or other people having different experiences with other, you know, get married, like, yeah, you realize that there are certain boundaries that like
Don't
you
cross.
have that you might not have, you
Mhm.
know? And part of that is just to be able to empathize, you know? And so like Andy's able to empathize now with the housewives that he couldn't before, because like Andy was like a super independent, single, top Hollywood executive or, you know, media mogul.
Mhm.
And now he's a family man, you know?
Yeah.
And so now it's charming that way.
Yeah, it changes you for the better, I believe.
I am trying to picture River as a housewife of Beverly Hills and Nick being like the grandpa that like has his like one-liners on the side.
I could see a world where someday, like I would, like 20 years from now, you're a housewife
Me?
Oh, Natalie.
And I'm just like there. being like
I would be
kind
here
of-
for
I'm
Natalie's housewife era.
I'm borderline senile.
No, we would be the housewife where you would be like, why the fuck is this bitch a housewife? I thought they had to be like super rich to be a housewife and had to be Heather Dubrow, 60 million. I'm going to be Jen and Gina. Not in like this, not, no, wait.
I thought you were saying Jen
not
Shaw.
like
I was
the-
like, wait.
Not Jen Shaw.
I mean,
And not-
listen, anything's possible. It could all go to
No,
shit, but like
y'all are
they
gonna
can't
be-
pay their rent.
Okay, that was about, yeah. Listen, the
Don't you want to be Heather Dubrow and Terry?
You guys are going to be Heather Dubrow.
Uh,
No,
Honestly,
of course
I think,
I do. We're manifesting Heather
Yeah,
Dubrow.
let's well, it's a nice segue. Let's get into the housewives.
Being connected isn't just about convenience, it's about peace of mind, and Life 360 is a family connection and safety app that lets you keep track of the people and things that are most important to you. It's more than location sharing. It keeps families connected and protected throughout the day.
Make everyday family life better. Coordinate activities in real time. Keep tabs on your kids. Connect with friends. Stay connected without constantly bugging them. Custom alerts let you give your kids the freedom they crave without compromising trust and communication. A lifeline during emergencies. Set up free crash detection that sends you an alert if someone in your circle is in an accident. Know exactly where your kids are if they need help, or use the SOS button for 24/7 emergency dispatch response.
Life 360 has your family's back when they're on the road with things like crash detection, emergency dispatch, roadside assistance, and driver report cards. You can also track your stuff with Tile or use Tile to find your phone, even if it's on silent.
Can I just say, my favorite part about Life 360 is my parents are divorced. My sister just started driving. But in the app, you can create 2 different groups called circles. And I can basically track where my dad's side is and where my mom's side is. And when my sister's driving, I can see where she is. It makes me comfortable knowing that even though my family's apart, we still feel together.
Stay connected with those who matter most with Life 360. Visit life360.com or download the app today and use code VIALL to get 1 month of the gold package for free, plus 15% off all tiles. That's life360.com with code VIALL. Helix Sleep, you know how much we love our Helix mattresses, whether it's at our house in LA or at the lake. You best be believing we are sleeping on a Helix
We
mattress.
can't stop talking about it.
Can't stop talking about it. We're obsessed with it.
They have a lineup of 20 unique mattresses. We personally use the Moonlight mattress. We think about it every time we are gone. The best part of our day is crawling into bed together because it is a Helix Sleep
Comfortable.
mattress. The Helix Sleep also has mattresses for big and tall sleepers. That's called the Helix Plus. And they have Helix Kid mattresses designed for growing bodies and endorsed by child sleep experts.
If you don't want to take our word for it, well, sir, we'll be offended, but no worries. You still get a 100-night trial, and then all their mattresses come with a 10 to 15-year warranty, depending on the mattress. But truly, it's like, I don't know why anyone else would sleep on anything else other than a Helix mattress. If you're in the mattress shopping market today, look no further than Helix Sleep. To get started, all you need to do is go to helixsleep.com/VIALL. Because they are offering up to 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/VIALL. That's helixsleep.com/VIALL. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Zara employees are kind of wild. I went to one and the employee told his manager, like, shut the fuck up in front of me. And I was like,
Employees in LA are a bit meaner than maybe ones in the South. I don't know.
They're not there to help.
They're not there to
No,
help.
no,
They're
no.
pissed that they're having to work and they're in a bad mood, or maybe they're taking their bad day out on everyone else. I don't fucking know. But we were in Zara, and I think I get this side of me from my sister Amanda, but these 2 employees in Zara were just standing, like gossiping to each other, not working, just standing there chit-chatting. And we're ready to check out, and there's 2 checkouts. There's one upstairs, there's one downstairs, and I'm like, let's just go to the one right here because I'm sure there's a line downstairs. And my sister's like, excuse me, like, can we check out? And they were like, yeah. And she was like, okay. And they're like, downstairs. And she was like, okay. And she kind of like looked around like for the escalator. She's never been here. She's never been foot in this grove before, so she's like, where is it? Anyway, so then she walks away. I guess they don't realize I'm with her, and the guy turns to the front and he's like, down the stairs, like where the escalator is, maybe, I don't know, down the stairs, like where do you think that is? Where do we think downstairs is?
wow.
And I was like, that was unnecessary. And he turned to look at me, and he was like, his face turns like red.
Because he couldn't say it with his chest.
He couldn't say it with his
Nope.
chest, and he was like, what? And I was like, that was just like rude and unnecessary thing
Well,
to
you also
say.
didn't think anyone was listening.
Yeah. And he
Mhm.
was like, well, I wasn't talking to you. And I go, but you were talking about my sister. And he was like, no, I wasn't. And I was like, well, I heard you. So, and he's like, well, I don't. And I'm like, but I heard you. And it was just unnecessary. And then we go down the elevator. And as we go down the elevator, he's coming down the escalator and the door opens, whatever. And he goes, and I had in the elevator told my sister what
Of course.
he said, of course. And she was like, oh, I did hear him kind of saying that, but I didn't know it was about me. And so then the door opens and he comes down and he goes, I wasn't talking about your sister. And then my sister was like, well, I did hear you. And he was like, y'all aren't that important. And then he walks out and my sister goes, you work at Zara. I was like, why are you being such a dick? Like, what the hell is your problem? And I feel like I never was that person before who would be like call someone out. It's like at the nail salon when you don't like the color and you're like, it's fine. I'll just live with it for 3 weeks. Like, I don't want to like piss you off or say something. But it's like being able to be like, that was like, why would you say that to someone? That's rude. So I'm really proud of myself for sticking up.
I will say Zara employees are crazy because mine was a checkout experience too, where it was so busy and it was just one person doing it. And his manager came over to like show him whatever button, whatever. And he was like, can you just shut the fuck up for a second? To his manager. And I'm sitting there like,
Are you serious?
I literally looked
Crazy.
around and everybody saw it and I was like, that is insane.
That's
To
crazy.
your manager?
That's crazy.
The word manager, I feel
Means
like
nothing to people.
I don't think it's like a word people you like respect.
Maybe,
Manager.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I did when I was at Trader Joe's. Just
Trader
saying.
Because you're a sweetheart.
You are.
I
You're
try.
sweet boy
You're a
Justin.
sweet boy Justin.
I took River to the grocery store for the first time. For the first time, I mean, like, we've really managed being like only going to the grocery store when one of us is home and like stays with River or like whatever.
She's like, I went to the grocery store for the first time.
Yeah. First time ever. No, and I took River and I've been like obviously scared. I think it's like there's this like debilitating thing when you have a child of like, I'll just stay home all day because that's easier than like loading up the baby and going outside. But it's like if you really got to challenge yourself every single day to like just get out of the house and do something. And so I was like, we're going to the grocery store. And we went to the grocery store and I carried her on my hip the whole time and just pushed the buggy and we did it. And I even was able to put my buggy back in the
Return.
return.
Buggy return.
The buggy return.
And when Allie, when she first moved here, went online and expressed her disappointment with all the people who were too lazy to put their grocery cart back.
It's my biggest pet peeve is pulling into a parking spot and there's a buggy there.
You know what I did when I was at Trader Joe's? I would tell people, I'm like, it's bad juju if you don't put it back.
Bad.
I'd walk around and like in the register and I'd tell them it's good luck if you do put it back.
Because there's that whole like grocery cart theory and
Mhm.
it's like it's not illegal, you don't get in trouble, you're not breaking any rules, it's just like decent humanity to put it back. And so, but I said this a long time ago and people are like, well, just wait till you're a mom and you have like a kid and you're trying to like put the kid in the car and the groceries in the car and
Still
it's
put it
just
back.
so much easier. Yeah, and you just load up the groceries in the car and then I did the same thing. I had her on my hip, I carried her to the thing and then went back to the car, put her in the car. And I'm sure maybe times will be different. Maybe one day she's screaming and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I just gotta leave this cart here. Maybe I'll eat my words one day. I don't know. But like for
but
that
even
one time,
even if
it
that's
was
the case, though, like that's the thing. It's just like if you're online and you're triggered by someone like yourself saying, "Hey guys, put the grocery carts back," and you get so triggered to like, "But what if you have a kid?" You're just using the kid as an excuse.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if that one time when River is crying, where you just like for whatever reason, like you couldn't put it back where it belonged, like. You'll probably will feel a little bad. You'll move on, and I don't.
I'll
think,
come on this podcast and I'll tell everyone, hey,
and you won't be triggered or feel the need to defend yourself in the comments or in the DMs when someone else is like, "Why would you ever like not put it away?"
yeah.
I think you just kind of outed yourself, whoever you were, person who.
Yeah.
I also love that people are sending me teeth whitening ads now. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite thing to see in my DMs now. It's people are just like nonstop. And sweet Olivia Flowers, we know her, we love her.
She sent one
from Southern Charm. She posted the clip from the episode and then followed it with her
sponsorship?
ad. Yeah,
Oh.
and I responded and I was like, "This is so funny. Like, love you so much." And she was like, "No, I literally saw that as I was mid posting my ad," and I was like, "Fuck."
Why do they give themselves away by like stop answering questions?
I don't know. Maybe
Like-
they just like they only have to do it for the ad, and then like I don't have time for this shit because that is time consuming.
Do
To
a
sit and
couple
scroll through and
more.
answer the question.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, but
Smallest amount of effort. Just throw it in.
it is.
I guess now
crazy.
that everyone knows, you outed them.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and I'm sorry. But it is but also some people I think took it a little offensively. Some people were messaging me being like, "This is so funny, I'm in the cult." Some people have veneers and they're doing it. And I'm like, Babe,
I've never thought about that.
come on.
False advertising.
I did not know when Natalie brought that up to me that you can't stain veneers.
Yeah. If they're
you
done
can't
properly.
whiten them, you can stain them.
So you can't wait.
They can get darker in color, but you can't.
You can't
whiten
whiten them.
them.
Why
Mhm.
not? Well, if you can darken them, why
fake.
can't you whiten them?
They're fake.
That's
don't
what
have the
Natalie.
same
That's what Natalie
reaction.
said. Like they're fake. As if my
They don't
response is supposed to be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like not enameled. It doesn't respond
Or like
to the
pores.
to the UV lights the
Yeah.
way that like your actual teeth do. They're porcelain.
But why can't they be whitened?
Because
we
they don't
just
have
explained
enamel.
it to you.
But they,
Because I just
Because
explained
they
it.
don't respond to the whitener.
you made it seem like the whole time I knew that it was the enamel that was being stained or whitened. It was just
What
more
did you
like
think was?
teeth.
But what are
I'm not a teeth expert. I don't know my teeth.
It does say porcelain and composite veneers can be whitened with professional bleaching treatments, but that may damage the underlying tooth structure if done incorrectly.
But definitely not
Professional
the ones you
treatments,
see
definitely
online.
not the ones on
Strips.
Amazon.
Yeah.
That.
But you
are-
can stain your veneers. So like if you have expensive veneers, should you just not drink coffee, period? Or tea,
Maybe through straw.
I guess.
Well, I would think if you had veneers, you have the money to professionally whiten it, right?
I don't know. But it's one of my favorite things to see. So never stop. Because it's even like people I don't know, influencers I don't know, and I'm just always like, this
Are
is.
you positive they have veneers?
It's not even always veneers. It's just like the ads in general. But there
Okay.
are a few people who post with the ads and have veneers.
Okay. Well, if it is a cult, you're really in trouble. They're going to come for you.
And I will. And if I turn up dead, just know who it was. The teeth whitening community.
I can't wait to get your first big teeth whitening. I've never done a teeth whitening ad,
Because you have nice teeth.
but that's not here or there. It's just
That's true.
I've just never
Do
done
you think
one.
that they want anything to do with me now? They might be like,
Probably
literally,
not.
fuck this bitch. She's like,
I think I've
come
you
for
know,
us.
yeah, I've just never. It always seemed like the one thing you didn't want to do. Like it was like the most cliche.
Like sugar bear hair gummies.
Sugar bear hair care.
Remember what was the tea? The toxic tea.
The detox
the
tea.
The belly one?
Chloe did it. It was
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was something. Yeah, was it
Flat-
something to do with
flat-
your belly? Something. Detox. It was a tea.
Flat tummy tea.
Yeah,
Yes, flat tummy tea. Yes. What happened to them?
First of all, like body positivity, no more.
True.
Everyone drink this flat tummy tea, and only people with flat tummies can drink the tea. It's like, whoa.
It's best like get the fuck out of here, tea.
Can I just do a little add in really quick? Because it's veneers are made of porcelain or composite resin, materials that do not respond to bleaching agents in the same way that natural teeth do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it might not be just the enamel. So I just want
No, but I'm a fucking idiot for not knowing that. Sorry.
No, you're not an idiot at all.
You do
You
have
both
the
looked at me
smartest
like I
person
was the
alive.
dumbest fucking person. in the
I
world.
did not
You're the
know.
smartest
No,
person
not
alive.
you. Not
Yeah,
you.
but-
You would never, Justin.
You're
These
the-
two.
You're the smartest. You're the smartest person.
These two.
I will say, Natalie, you do have the best ad read now. I used to think it was a scam.
Oh my
Until
god!
I tried it.
That's
There you
so
go.
true.
Get your money.
I could be like, guys, I literally was like, this is a cult. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. But look at my teeth. They're so white. Just know if I ever do a teeth whitening ad, the check was checking because I would never turn on y'all like that. I am loyal to y'all
Unless we get paid.
unless the check is checking. Then I do have to provide for my child. So mother needs her bag.
Speaking of providing for their children, all the housewives of Orange County are popping off. What is Katie's problem? Is this like she just needs to make a mark coming in as a new housewife?
It's a continuation from a storyline that flopped last year too, because they talked about the paparazzi being called on Heather, whether or not she staged it. And for me, I'm like,
Who
why do
fucking
we care?
cares?
Yes.
Doesn't everybody?
Orange County, it's been 8 months and you're still focused on whether or not she called a paparazzi at Disneyland.
Also, her proof is her texting her paparazzi
Contact.
guy, her handler, and being like, hey, is there any truth to this? And him saying yes.
I believe that part.
But where is the proof? Like,
Yeah.
where
That's
is
not proof.
Heather
I will say her-
saying, hey, paparazzi, I'm going to be here? That's proof. This, like, guy who works
Screenshot.
for... Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that all of these women also don't have a paparazzi contact anytime you guys open up a new gym or needs to get somebody photographed coming out of it? You all do it. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's like Heather Dubrow doing it is like the worst thing that's ever happened. It makes zero sense.
It gives desperation. It gives
Finding a
like,
storyline.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
just not as cool or as good. It's giving Brian Rachel's ex.
And the whole, like, you were looking at my Instagram and then you turned around and didn't recognize me. It's like,
Huh?
I had a nickel for every time even hearing a name and then not realizing I'm meeting that person until they're like, oh, so-and-so, da-da-da. Like, she could have looked right through you, looked over your head, didn't know it was you, and continued on with her life. But it was like, no, you looked me in the eye.
She's like,
and turned.
And my husband even remembers this.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get
what
it.
is
You
the-
remember meeting someone you're giantly obsessed with and a huge fan of. And it's
Yes.
just like, I mean, can't we just ignore people sometimes? Like, what is wrong with just being like, I don't want to talk to you? What's wrong with being disinterested? Do we all have to validate everyone constantly, every day, in every situation? Like, why is everyone entitled to, like, just rant about their lived experience? And one of my least favorite things going on the internet now is just, like, all the people, like, what like Sheena. Sheena did this to, like Candace Bure or whatever, who, I don't know, whatever you want to think about Candace Bure. But, apparently Sheena was like, yeah, I met Candace Bure once. And, like, she was rude to me. It's like, who gives a fuck? One day you showed up and maybe you weren't, like, maybe she doesn't watch fucking Vanderpump. Maybe she honestly thought you were a fan and you were giving fan. I don't know. Maybe she was having a bad day.
Yeah.
Maybe she just didn't feel very social. I don't know. Do you have to tell the fucking world?
No, I agree with that wholeheartedly because that's one of my least favorite things too is when people talk about experiences meeting people and then they'll be like, they were so rude. And it's like, okay, well, what was the situation? And it's like, well, they were having dinner and I just asked for a photo and they said no. And it's like the whole like Renee Rapp when they tried to throw her under the bus at Coachella because she didn't want to take a photo at like a bar having drinks with her friends. And it's like, let people just enjoy their life. If they say no, it's not a dig against you. They're dealing with other stuff that has nothing to do with you.
Also, like, who have ever, like, what is it, cast the first, who has not sinned, cast the first. You've never been fucking rude.
Those
You've never been
glasses.
standoffish. You've never, like, been aloof before. Like, also, like, it's called setting boundaries.
Nobody owes you anything either just because they're a public figure. Like, as
Or
I
even
said,
a non-public figure.
Yeah, it's like the people who are like, I saw them at the grocery store and they didn't like hold the door for me. It's like they
Okay, maybe they just don't believe in holding doors.
or maybe they didn't fucking see you. I don't know.
maybe they're on the phone with their lawyer being told some bad news. Like, you don't know what's happening in that
People
moment.
Just take it so personally. They take everything so personally, and you just at some point got to be like, you know what? Maybe it's not about me.
And even the amount of times I've met people, like friends of friends, and then like them reintroduce themselves to me after the fact, just say, okay, nice to see you or nice to meet you and move on. It's when people are like, we've met before. And it's like, am I now entitled to give you an apology because I don't remember or because you don't remember you owe me an apology? Nice to meet you. My name's Sierra. Move on. Hopefully we have a great interaction and you'll remember me next time.
Now,
If not,
if you meet someone a third time and they don't remember you, then
Or if you've like worked with someone before and then you see them again.
you clearly know each other.
But yeah,
But you
the
still
whole,
don't need to
like,
tell the
you-
world.
The whole like you were scrolling through my Instagram and then you saw me in line, a line full of people, and you didn't say hello.
And what's more believable? That Heather Dubrow, busy, rich life, whatever, even if it's rich and boring, I don't know. But what's more believable? Heather Dubrow decided to go on Instagram and try to mentally fuck with Katie and then tag her in a photo that she wasn't in and then untag her or like
That is weird.
But
But she
what's
said
more
she didn't
She said it was
but
an-
what's more believable, that she did that on purpose or that like Heather probably doesn't really know how to use Instagram and accidentally like
tagged the wrong
tag
day.
the wrong person or the wrong thing? That's way more believable that Heather Dubrow isn't an expert in Instagram and accidentally tagged her. And honestly, if I'm wrong that Heather in fact actually decided to wake up one day and chose chaos and just to fuck with Katie, I like that even better. It's just like, I want to believe that Heather woke up and was like, I'm just gonna fuck with this chick just for no other reason because I can. I wish that were true, but I don't think it's
not.
true. I think she just like didn't realize. But Katie is so fucking obsessed with Heather. Leave Heather alone. And
Yes.
Heather, you need new friends.
Didn't Heather say that it was her assistant that posted it?
Yeah, she said she wasn't
So it
running
wasn't
her
even her.
Instagram. And even then I've seen that happen so many times where people have like tagged the wrong person in a photo just based off of like, oh, that's H for Heather, but it's actually Heather this and versus Heather D. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such an easily explainable mistake that I am like, we're really reaching here that she's playing
Yeah.
tactical warfare games with you. Like I just can't.
I do get the vibe that Katie was casted on the wrong housewives. Because have you noticed she drops like so many different housewife names? Like Garcelle, Sutton,
It's rem-
Cynthia. It's like all these people, but
It actually
OC.
feels like she's trying to like make herself be known by like, I know Beverly Hills Housewives.
what I'm
Okay, but
saying.
you're not on Beverly Hills Housewives. So like, why are we trying to take down Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Heather did nothing to you. Sorry, I'm a big Fancy Pants fan.
No, I love,
Yeah.
Like, why is the show coming after its most elegant and they're only Real Housewife?
Housewife calling her penthouse the world's most expensive closet. Designed by
That's a
Roberto
flex.
Cavalli.
Truly.
I wanted to jump through that screen and defend Heather. I was like, leave her alone. Like, what the fuck? And by the way, like, honestly, like, even if it were true that Heather called the paparazzi on herself, maybe she's just like being efficient. You know what happens when you don't call the paparazzi on yourself? They take picture of you like mouth wide open, stuffing a sandwich in your face. I know this because that happened to me multiple times. Like, just don't have your favorite sandwich shop be a place where paparazzi hang out, like Jones on 3rd, because you'll have a lot of unbecoming photos of you eating lunch.
They're like, Nick Viall down bad at a sandwich shop.
No, but Heather's like, you know what? Honestly, like, I know I'm going to be here. I know paparazzi are there. I'm going to show up at 11. I'll give you a shot, and like, at least it'll look good.
It was like the reasons why I think they're so focused on it was from last season. There were rumors that came out about Terry that were proved to be untrue, but they're saying that the follow-up was Heather calling the paparazzi while they were at Disneyland to take photos of them.
So what?
And that's what I'm saying is like, they're like, even then, if they're trying to put a united front that they're okay, what's wrong with that? Like, that's what I'm saying. It really makes zero sense why these women are so focused on.
And to rehash it, it's like that was like
It's
Katie's
old.
only storyline. It's like how she like convinced producers to get her on the show. It was
Yeah.
like, well, I have this and I'm like willing to talk about it and I have proof and I'll show the screenshot.
I
and it's
guess, but like that's all you got. And also Heather seemingly, maybe Heather is presenting one big fat fucking lie. I don't fucking know, but she seems to be the only one of the housewives in a loving, healthy relationship with her husband. She seems to be the only one that seems to have like a close and somewhat relative. Like every family has drama and every family has problems, but like seemingly a healthy like family home.
Yep.
And like
Relationship
everyone's
with her
generally
kids.
like with her kids, you know, where all the other housewives, it's just like Tamara's daughter seems to fucking hate her. And again, like no judgment there. I mean, we look at least I do. I look at River every day and I'm just like, I love you. You could do no wrong, but just like, who knows what like life's going to bring, you know, and what River's personality is going to bring and what fights we might get into, and like no judgment and having difficulties raising your children. But like, when River's 18, I hope that like River's still like a really great kid and then I'll be judgy as fuck. But until then, I can't really judge. But Heather seems to be doing a great job with her family and her husband and her life. And it's just like, you guys stop going after someone who like, there's really nothing to go after.
Right.
It's giving thirsty.
Giving desperate.
We had a reappearance of Vicky Gunvalson
I was
this
gonna
episode.
say.
Yeah, what like just put her on. What are we doing?
At this
Make
point,
her a housewife.
you brought Tamara back. Bring Vicky.
I love Vicky so much just because she's so like unhinged. It's like the first thing she says, like coming back on screen, is like, "Yeah, I took myself early out of the hospital. I have a staph infection, but I was just very, very busy." And it's like,
Girl.
what? Doing what?
Get that?
Get that handled.
Yeah, like that.
Open sore?
That can kill you.
Literally.
Like Mercer or something.
But that's Vicky Gunvalson to a T.
Well, and then Shannon got a letter that she owes her ex, who's now dating Alexis, $75,000.
For what?
It says a facelift lawsuit, which I'm not really sure if he paid for her facelift.
Or the lawsuit.
But then Vicky said in the show that Shannon also paid for all the upgrades on flights, clothing, his paraphernalia, which I'm also not sure what that's referencing. But I think Vicky was trying to make it seem like you both paid for a lot of stuff, so it should be a wash. But I'm also kind of like, the way that Shannon makes John sound is as if he was kind of a freeloader off of Shannon. But then you have Alexis, on the other hand, claiming he's the Don Juan.
and he would have paid for me not to go on the show.
I would pay your salary if you
Yeah.
don't go on. So it's a little conflicting. And then he sends Shannon, his ex, a $75,000 request for a lawsuit for payment.
These people are professional sewers.
Like,
I wonder if
Yeah.
Alexis signed that one.
she named on the lawsuit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I wouldn't be shocked.
Jen Studio isn't paying their bills either.
No one's paying their bills. What is wrong with these people and their finances?
Jen felt judged by the group because of her finances, but it's also kind of like, well, one of your friends put you in a house, so they obviously know your business. You're on a TV show, so everybody knows your business. But I guess Jen Studio has a lawsuit from their new landlord for $133,000.
Unpaid
Jen
rent.
can't catch a break,
No.
honey.
I don't think she ever pays her bills.
She said she doesn't know how. She said.
I'm just a
feel
girl.
like
So
that's
she
when one of
just
these
when she
interesting
moves in
things
somewhere, she's like, "Oh, thanks for letting me stay here." I mean, there's like not having experience, and then there's common sense.
Well, and even Gina said that she was in a similar situation, and like she was like, "All right, I guess I'll get into real estate. I'll figure this out."
Right?
Like,
There's a figure it out stage where it's like, okay, fine.
also, Brian, you could try real estate. Sorry, that was a callback for Rachel Lindsay. was like, Brian,
Oh.
get your real estate license. Like, figure it out.
Sell a house.
Truly, you can always get that real estate license.
I have one.
Everybody,
Always to
come
fall
on.
back
He could
on.
literally do anything and make
Anything.
more than $1,500 a month.
13.
$1,300 a month.
Because it was shocking. But yeah, I was like, Gina's figured it out. So it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe this is when one of those like life coaches come in handy. I don't call Teddy Mellencamp and ask for some
There you go.
what does she do? Accountability coaching.
She is in later this season, so
So try something. You're
Orange
just
County?
not doing
Yeah.
anything.
Teddy doesn't rest.
I like Teddy.
I like Teddy too.
I like her as a person, yeah.
I miss her as a housewife.
Sierra's not a fan.
I also kind of think it's kind of crazy that everybody's so focused on how Jen spends her money, though. Like, do you think it's weird that they're like, "Ugh, and I bet she'll have glam? And it's like, well, you are filming a TV show.
But it also is weird.
You think it's weird?
If you can't pay your bills,
But then you have professional glam when
How
everybody
do we
else
know it's
doesn't.
professional? How do we know she's not just watching YouTube videos?
They cut
they-
to a
They cut to her in a
B-roll
chair,
of
but I'm
her.
like,
Yeah.
it's also not as expensive as you think.
yeah, no. When you stop paying your bills and you start running debt and things like that, and then you still show up with expensive purses or designer outfits or glam that everyone knows costs a few $100 at a min, when you could do your own makeup if times were tight, it shows a certain type of personality.
Mhm.
And that personality is like, it's not that you can't, it's that you choose not to. You choose not to be responsible. You choose not to pay your bills. You
Okay.
choose not to grow up. You choose not to hold yourself accountable. You choose to continue to be like, well, I don't know how to do things, but like you still know how to call your glam, and you must be paying them because otherwise they wouldn't keep showing up unless you keep going to different glam people.
Unless
and then
you're
your
doing
friend,
it for a trade.
And your friends see that. Oh yeah, maybe you're doing it for trade.
That's true.
Yeah.
Free.
Could be doing that. But your friends see that type of behavior, and it's just kind of like...
Or maybe they know you're down. The glam team knows you're down bad, and they're like, you know what, babe, I get it. Like, I'll just do it for free. Don't worry about it.
Maybe.
We don't know.
We don't know, but like that is a consequence of,
It's a bad look.
yeah, it's a bad look. And like, yeah, again, at what point, Jen, I know you're down bad, but like she's in how old? I don't know. She is old enough to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And she is old enough to not keep using the excuse of I didn't know better to still be an excuse.
Right.
Hey, you need to pay your bills. There you go.
Yeah.
That's just the rules of Monopoly.
You can pay on, yeah, right. Play Monopoly. There you go. Pay Monopoly.
Life. Ever heard of it?
Yeah. The game of
Oh.
life. You can pay online. It's so easy these days.
I do like Jen,
Some
though.
of it's kind of confusing sometimes.
No, I get it first. Totally, I get it first.
Well, it sounds like
But-
her husband's in finances to some degree. So
New Jersey. I'll be honest, this season has been kind of a bust for me, but
Oh, that
this finale,
finale.
it gave me everything I needed.
So what are your thoughts?
They truly
First.
fucking hate each other. Like, I think there's a lot of scenes in Orange County, especially every time someone cries, where it's just like, are these real tears or are we just like putting on a scene? But you watching the finale of Jersey Housewives, you were like, these people fucking hate each other. Like, it took no seconds for Teresa to be like, you fucking slut, you're a slut, like, she was just like,
Melissa did say the first thing though.
what doesn't matter? She was just like immediately activated.
Dirty.
It didn't go from like raising your voice a little bit to being like, but you suck. It was just like, as soon as she thought she was green lit, she was like, fucking slut, fucking whore, slut, fucking whore. Like, that you could feel just the anger and the hatred in that room. It was fucking crazy. And then who was it? Danielle
And Jennifer.
just
Aiden.
like, as soon as she mentioned her husband, she just flew across the table.
yeah, it really activated her saying her husband has
Yeah.
boobs.
Which did you?
Also, he's like the best looking guy in the
He's
cast.
good,
Like,
yeah.
why is that so triggering for her? It's just like at any comment whatsoever about husbands.
It's the slob. It's the messy. There's just certain phrases and things that you don't say in Jersey and think that you're going to keep your face straight. It's just as simple as that. She said, you talk about my husband, I will lose it. And she did.
I guess.
Yeah.
An insider did come out and say that like they cut a lot from the finale too. So like if you notice Danielle when she threw the glass pitcher, you don't see any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You see her like stand up and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden like production's there like ending it. So
That's,
apparently
that's-
it was a lot more violent in quotation marks.
And
than
that's
it-
why they were asking Jen Aiden, like, if she was okay
Are you
or
okay if she
comfortable
comes back
if she comes back in the
in?
room.
Yeah. Which is interesting to see because usually you don't see the scene of them being like, can she come back in?
Mm-hmm. I want them to like release a, but like shit we didn't show
Yeah.
because I would love to see what happened.
Isn't this reunion that they're going to do, they are going to show them scenes from this?
They show them the
or-
finale. So we know that things were cut because apparently they showed up to this version of the reunion and they were like, there was a lot that didn't get shown. They were saying it's more violent than what we saw.
The cast.
Whoever that may be.
So they thought they were doing something by like holding the footage and being like, we're going to wait to show them that at the reunion. Then at the reunion, they were like, it was way worse than this.
Yeah, exactly. You do see Teresa jump out like within seconds though of like Danielle trying to throw the glass pitcher. So everybody's saying she's a bodyguard, which I thought was
also
funny.
love that they were like, when Jackie revealed.
That was a big bomb, I will say.
Yeah, no,
She
Jackie
was like,
revealed.
you know there's going to be proof. She was like,
No,
it
no,
wasn't me. It
no.
wasn't me. And
The
she's like, you know
silence.
there's going to be proof somewhere.
No,
And she was
Margaret. Margaret revealed Jackie.
Yes,
Margaret revealed
outed
Jackie, and
Jackie.
then Melissa put the heat on Jackie, being like, "You might as well just admit it because I'm sure there's proof." And then she was like, "You know what? I did meet up with her."
No, but I loved when Teresa like was seemingly not mad at Jackie, that all the other women were like, yeah, but like Teresa, like she processes these things slowly, and the fact that they all knew that like Teresa was gonna go, like Teresa showed up and thought, I'm going to murder Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just, it was just all Margaret. And then Margaret comes out and like pivots and like introduces Jackie into the equation. And like Teresa couldn't like, I'm here to murder Margaret. So like, I can't, she's like, no, Jackie's good. And everyone else around her was like, give it 48 hours.
What did Melissa say? You're not over the sprinkled cookies,
You're not
but
over
you're
the
fine
sprinkled
with
cookies,
this?
but you're fine with this. And that was like season 2.
Yeah.
That was so good. It
Yeah.
was like the fact that they know Teresa so well.
Yeah, Teresa's brain is still buffering.
Yeah.
she will come to you soon.
And you could tell Teresa's just kind of sitting there with
She's like, no, I'm okay. She's
okay,
fine.
she's
She's
fine.
fine.
She's
And you
like-
know Jackie's terrified.
Scared.
When they
Oh,
were
she was
like,
scared when
she's
she said
shitting her
it.
pants. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that she was contemplating all life's choices at that moment. She's like, do I tell her? Do I not tell her?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I did. Okay.
I did
Yeah.
like Margaret's line where she's like, you subpoenaed the wrong bitch. I was like, oh.
Period.
Only in Jersey over a dinner
Yeah.
table.
And then,
Jennifer Fest are leaving the dinner.
yeah,
She
what
was
was
like-
that about?
She was like, you guys reached a new level of disgusting. Like, I just can't.
Well,
Like,
honestly, after what you said about like a lot of things being deleted, maybe there's no justification because it does. The way
Yeah.
that it was aired, it was kind of like, I mean, this is Jersey Housewives, like been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe it was like when she says new levels of disgusting. Maybe in fact it was because it seemed like these women were truly out for blood.
Mhm.
What did Melissa say to Teresa to activate her so much?
Melissa said they learned from the best white trash.
Well, I can see why that activated.
Yeah. And then
Teresa.
she said, you whore, my, like Joe married a whore, my brother married a whore.
Yeah.
God, boy, that just.
But Teresa walked into the room being like, I can't sit across from her.
I don't even want to look at her.
So Teresa kind of did instigate
Teresa
in that.
Oh, so it was
started
like a
it.
weird thing before that scene where like Teresa was going to Louis being like, I'm never like, you can trust me. I'm never going to like mend fences with my brother, which was kind of like just a weird. And then they kind of showed the same thing with Joe and Melissa.
Yeah.
Where it was like, why are they convincing their partners that they're never going to forgive their sibling while simultaneously doing a callback to their father who has passed, which was kind of a sweet moment where it was like,
I'll
Where he
protect
was
my
like, look
sister.
after. Yeah.
it was like sad.
It was giving like this is the last season or the closing of an era because they were flashing back like all of the iconic like Jersey girls in it too.
That's true.
Because Kim D was in one of the flashbacks.
I just kind of feel like it was like a little bit dark too. What was Louis saying where he was saying like he's like, I hope they suffer like
Her
my-
son
Ooh,
suffers
talking
like
about
yeah.
Margaret,
Oh, yeah,
That was
nasty.
so
I
dark.
hated that.
Yeah.
I fucking
He's usually a
hated that.
peacekeeper too, which was
But that
weird.
makes me feel like what we saw there is the actuality of their relationship. Because I don't know
Yes.
if you noticed this, but every time Teresa's in the car filming, she's like, you're on speakerphone and I'm filming right now. Like she's
Oh.
like, do not say anything that you'll regret. And he has slipped multiple times.
He gives me bad,
Bad guy vibes, yeah.
I feel like he's more of the reason for the rift and then he leads on.
And there's so many just like questionable things. It's like his name is the only one on the deed to the house. He's got private investigators
His
looking
veneers
into
are
people.
wild.
That too.
But he wants like people's children to suffer. I'm like, that makes
That part was fucked.
That was so sick.
Wanting your children to suffer.
yeah.
And then what a weird episode for like so many of the cast to have their commercials. Did you notice that?
yes.
It was like cut to like a commercial with like the spaghetti sauce.
Melissa and Joe.
It was like
and
really
your
cute
son.
commercials, but
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just such a juxtaposition to like this sweet, cute commercial with family. Cut to like the episode being like, fuck my sister, you know? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, damn.
But I think that's also what I do love about Bravo. Their marketing is just like insane.
Pure
They're
gold.
like, it's fine. You could do a Chili's commercial and we'll air it on our network because we're making money.
Wendy's, Clorox, yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever you guys want to do, that's great. We'll air it on our network and then we're just going to make more money back.
I did watch it on cable and it was funny because in the finale fight, like every word that Teresa said to Rachel was fucking, fuck something. And like the whole line was like bleep, 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 bleep,
noticed
bleep. And I was
that.
like, I don't know what she's saying.
Well, now that Jersey Housewife's coming to an end,
Yeah.
what was your favorite tagline? Because I really paid attention to them, I think, watching it this last episode. Teresa's is really good. Hers is the last one. There's some really bad ones. Like, can you bring them up? You can't knock down this tree, because that was pretty good. Because, Teresa, her name's Tree. But some of them are just so painful.
Okay, I have it here.
Yeah, I was like, Melissa's was about building a bridge or something, or you can't burn a bridge.
It's hard not to burn bridges. Look at that! When you're on fire.
That's not bad.
Not
I'm
bad.
a girl from Patterson. Hello. Playing Switzerland, dating an Irishman.
She's cute.
Okay.
I'm bougie,
I love Dolores.
unbothered, and above your drama. Well, you're taking cheap shots. Oh my God. I'm taking screenshots.
If you don't have my back, no, at least have a backbone.
That's the one I really hated. Whose is that?
Jennifer Aiden.
That's Rachel.
Oh, that was
Fuda.
Rachel Fuda.
That one doesn't make any sense.
If you don't have my back, at least have a backbone. I guess like stand on business, and if you're not gonna have my back, then like be able to say it with your chest.
Also silly directed at Jen Fessler.
I feel like, as the season approached, she's like, what's my intro line? What's my intro line? I feel like I've been her before where you feel like it's at the tip of your tongue, but the deadline approaches and you just hand in your homework and you just know it could have been better.
Yeah.
You're just like, they're like, nope, pencils down. Like, I feel like that's Rachel's.
Nothing tops Lisa Vanderpump's for me. She's like, feed me to the wolves and I'll come back leading the pack. Or like,
That's pretty good.
Every day can't be diamonds and rosé, but it should be.
What
Like,
is one about dropping the crown?
I don't know, but
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you can't have my back, at least have a backbone. I mean, isn't it implied that you don't have a backbone if someone can't have your back? It's kind of like,
That's true.
what was Margaret's about the screenshots? While you're taking
Cheap shots.
cheap shots, I'm
I'm
taking
taking
screenshots.
She is the woman of
that's
screenshots.
not bad.
I love
That's
it.
not bad.
Because
Yeah.
but that's
There was something. It was Rachel's. I was like, I was listening in the background as I turned it
What
on.
is
I'm like,
Jennifer Aiden's? I feel like I didn't like hers.
friends
Oh,
are like
yeah.
bags.
Oh, they're
the
the
fake,
fake
ones are all
easy to spot.
And that's also not true.
they make really good fakes now.
Yeah, they do.
They really
Yeah,
do.
sorry.
People are really good at faking things, by the way. Like they're your friend. So
Yeah.
anyways, good luck to all these women if it really is the end of New Jersey Housewife. It was quite a run, and thank you for all the entertainment.
But
Don't-
I truly don't see how another season could come with these
the
women.
same
I
cast,
mean,
yeah.
it's just
it's been
done.
cut short.
It's-
They're gonna do a weird finale or reunion. Like, what are we
yeah.
doing? You can't even have 4 of these women in the same room
Uh,
together.
Quickly, can we just like talk about the Dolores and Margaret switch up at Margaret's house where she's
It
like,
was
I
random.
told you.
Yeah, that was weird.
I
She went
told
from
you
0 to
about that."
100.
Yeah. And Dolores was like, you didn't fucking tell me that.
Is it possible that like maybe someone just didn't hear someone?
It's very possible.
I
Like-
believe that Margaret didn't invite her, and she's like, no, I've said it like in passing. And Dolores is like, it probably like hurt Dolores's feelings that she wasn't invited, and so she's like, no,
Yeah.
like you didn't fucking invite me. Like I remember this. Like you didn't
So
say
you're
this
Team
to me.
Dolores.
I
I'm
am
Team Dolores too.
Yeah.
Margaret's timeline also doesn't add up. Like we know that. Besides outing Jackie, it's like everything else she says doesn't like fall into the right continuity.
And even what Dolores was saying was that it was like, it seems like you're saying this in front of a camera, so it looks like I look bad, like I was a bad friend to Teresa. And if I feel like I wasn't invited to that, then why are you saying it to me right now?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like almost trying to like repaint history. And
The
she's
flower arrangement was pretty badass, though.
Ugh,
It was
so
badass.
good.
Yeah.
It really knocked Teresa down a peg. She's like, just take it home. Just get it off my property.
I hate being nice because just like, will I ever have a moment so petty in my life being like, you know what? Fuck you. Here's your flat funeral arrangement for your integrity.
Yeah.
Like it's just
that
so
was good.
epic, but like, will I ever get to do that? No. Throw a drink in someone's face. No.
Mm.
And that's what Bravo's for.
You can throw a drink in my face.
You've said that, but I think it's like the intention behind it would be
Yeah.
like
You need the
The
passion.
tension's got to be high.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I want to be like,
You have
I
to
just
mean it.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, whoa, I just did that.
Yeah.
Mm.
It can't
You have to
just-
feel shame afterwards.
No, I want to feel like it's like rightfully so. Like you
Oh.
said something, you disgusting pig.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I would never.
yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't feel good.
I feel bad.
yeah. Like I'd be like, I'm sorry, Nick. Can I get you a towel?
Oh.
I feel so bad.
Well, that's about does it for this episode of Reality Recap. We'll see you back on Monday. Bye. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.